Hi, I'm Dirk.
Hello everyone, I'm StickNoob117.
Let's see here. Gonna be talking about Halo, Reach, Bungie, just about everything that we feel like.
Alright, to introduce ourselves actually, this is a commentary. I'm StickNoob117. I do French commentaries, and for quite a while my viewers have been requesting a commentary in English, except my English is not fluid enough for a monologue, so I've decided to do a dual commentary with my friend Dirk.
What do you
So,
mean it's not fluent enough to do a monologue? Dude, you're pretty good at English.
yeah, sometimes if I want to talk about a real life subject, I'm gonna be missing a lot of vocabulary because
Well, that is true.
I
Yeah, there
learned my
is the
English.
occasional time we have to
Yeah,
figure out what you're saying. It's like
exactly.
you
I
don't know the
learned
exact
English
word.
by playing video games, so most of my vocabulary is military based, I guess. That kind of sucks on my end. But anyway, um, Dirk, what are your impressions on the radical bloom on Halo Reach?
Most of them are okay. Like how they have it for the sniper. That's very good, I would say, because oh my gosh, I remember in Halo 3 just running out in sand trap, running across in the middle to like get to the chopper, and then all of a sudden,
Get to the
boom!
chopper!
Get to the chopper, do it now! I would remember running to the chopper, and then like there'd be two or three more guys right behind me, and then I get headshot, and then like immediately the other guys get taken out. It's like all just like all of a sudden everyone's dead, and you're just like, ah, freaking sniper!
I remember one problem from snipers in Halo 3 with Sand Trap, which was that whenever you would play snipers, you would always be in teams of
Oh
four.
yeah,
So your whatever happened, you would be always separated from your team because the map is so freaking big.
yeah,
And even if you were to stick together and make callouts, the map is so big that your friend would not, your teammates would not necessarily see the person, and they would not necessarily know exactly where to shoot and where to
yeah.
concentrate their fire. That's one thing I didn't like from snipers. And on the other side, there were very small sniper maps in Halo 3 from the playlist. That's something that needed a few tweaks, but overall I think Halo 3 was a great game. I liked it a bit more than Halo Reach.
Yeah, there's things about Halo Reach that are like leaps and bounds better than Halo 3, but then there's also a few things that Halo 3 definitely did better. Like
Um,
the core gameplay, like I think there was just something about the core multiplayer mechanics that just worked better.
I agree with that.
I mean, for the fact that you didn't have the reticle bloom, like oh gosh, the AR, for instance.
Oh yeah,
You had a pretty small target with the AR
I remember
in
that
Halo
indeed.
3.
But now you have to short control burst your
Compensate, yeah, you
AR.
have to compensate for the bloom. Either be super up close and just hammer down on the trigger, or you have to feather it.
That's really something I hate from the Radical Bloom. I
Yeah.
think it's one of the worst additions to Halo Reach that they ever made. On the other side, graphic improvements and
Oh yeah.
bringing back the elites were absolutely amazing.
Oh yes, that was like the best. And then whenever I found out, whenever blah, blah,
It's all right.
whenever we found out that there was going to be different kinds of elites, it's like, ooh, that's awesome. And then you go and fight them in the campaign, and then you quickly realize I can't kill those guys as easily.
Yeah, I remember that. One
Oh
thing.
wow, look at this cool purple one. Oh yeah, I'm gonna run up and punch him. Punch. Pulls out sword, stab. Oh
Exactly.
crap.
One thing I kind of I wouldn't say figured, but one thing I guessed from Halo Reach, which is that whenever you go into custom games now, you don't see people playing custom games as much as Halo 3 because of the credits, and now everyone is so incredibly focused on credits. It kind of in Halo 3 you would make up all of these crazy game types where you would
Oh
just
yeah.
be a zombie and run around with a pistol, and I don't know, the humans would have gravity hammers, and you would just have a ton of fun building stupid forge maps.
Oh yeah,
Well,
like sniper. Zombie
exactly.
sniper. Yeah, the big halo ring that you drove around on mongooses. We could still probably make that, but yeah, like you said, everybody just does like matchmaking, like just
Everyone just is always focusing on the challenges
yeah,
and on
getting
matchmaking.
challenges and credits and stuff.
And one thing I really hate from Halo Reach is that you don't see as much crazy shenanigans as you used to see in Halo 3.
Oh yeah.
In Halo 3, shit would happen all the time. In Halo Reach, shit never happens. I don't know how
Unless
to describe
it's
it.
bad.
I agree with that. I agree with the statement. In Halo Reach, when something happens, you make a video, whatever, you share it. I once got hijacked. Yeah, you know the first mission, Winter Contingency. There's a helicopter thingy. I can never remember the name. Pelican, I think
Falcon.
it is. Falcon. It's a Falcon. And the Falcon assists you from the air in the first part of the mission where you see Banshees and dropships coming. Well, in one of the campaign, once in one of my games, I'm gonna find my words. The Falcon somehow got hijacked by an elite, and the elite started shooting at me from the Falcon, and I had Emil and Kat on the ground with me. It was so weird, and somehow they got down from the Falcon.
Yeah, that's the part from right before you get to the car, the Spade.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, see, I've seen like a bunch of videos where that happens, where if you just run forward and past the elites, like everyone does, because it just gets you through the campaign mission quicker.
Yeah.
You know, the elites will actually run over, and sometimes they just blow up the Falcon. Sometimes they hijack it. I've seen it. I've seen some videos where people run past the elites on purpose, watch one of them hijack, and run over. And as soon as the elite hijacks the Falcon, they actually hijack the elite in the Falcon and get the Falcon, and they can fly wherever the heck they want.
Holy snap! I need to try that. I have to try that. We have to try that later.
Dude, I tried it. Hey, we can do another video like this.
Yeah, we could do a crazy video like that.
Yeah.
Even a tutorial, who knows?
Oh yeah.
That would actually be interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, and it was, because you see some of the screenshots, like there was actually one where a Falcon was sitting in front of the gate on the outside of the Visegrad courtyard, where that road is that goes all the way along the side and it leads to that broken bridge. What they did was they hijacked the Falcon.
I've never seen a screenshot like that. Where did you get that screenshot?
That was in, I think it was either most recommended or most downloaded.
Ooh.
And it said something, it was titled something like, thank you, Bungie, for making such a infinite amount of glitches for us to exploit, something like that.
In Halo Reach, there are actually less glitches than Halo 3.
I will definitely agree to that.
We make a lot of comparisons, but do you remember the mirror gate in Halo 3 from the mission The Covenant? You could, the Covenant was definitely the most glitchy mission, along with the Ark. And in the Covenant, you could
it was because they were so big.
Yeah, well, you could just you could somehow take loading points and load the map at certain places that you weren't supposed to load.
Yeah, like whenever you made it to the first Citadel, and then you took that route that goes up to the shade turret, you could ramp off of that and then get onto the Citadel itself and get over onto the hill, and you walk up the edge, and then you could go through this little blank area and literally just jump and load straight into the spot where the two scarabs drop down, but none of that stuff loads.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that a lot in videos.
Yeah, I've done that like quite a few times. Like whenever I'd just be over at someone's house and no one's doing anything, I'm bored out of my mind, so I just go through and do stuff in campaign. Like glitches, like getting the AA Wraith. Oh, I missed that thing.
Yeah, I remember that glitch. I miss it so much.
Yeah, I wish they would have had it in Halo Reach. I don't get why they didn't put the AA Wraith in.
It's a matter of programming. I've seen an interview of the head of development at Activision. I know it's kind of weird to switch subjects like this, conversation subjects, and he was saying that while developing a game, they always push the game and the engine to their limit, to the absolute limit, and there are a certain number of vehicles and weapons that they can put in this very game. And what I know is that if they could put more weapons and more vehicles, they would. But they have a certain limit, and I think it's a rule that applies to each and every game. Especially FPS.
Think of this. In the campaign, you have all this random retarded crap for you to drive. Like you have the forklift, which I will admit, I have fun in.
It's a lot of fun.
Yes, like the cart. like that little cart that you can get on the last part of Oni Sword Base. You
Oh
can
yeah, I
take the cart
remember.
into the elevator and
Yeah.
load everybody up on it with fuel rod and rocket launcher and a sniper rifle, and
I
you can
don't
just
know
drive
why
through
they
the
made
inside of
this-
Sword Base.
I really wonder why they made this vehicle drivable. I don't know. I wouldn't have the idea to do that if I was Bungie or developing a game in general.
They mainly what they were doing. It was fan service. I mean, it was just something fun and stupid. It's what Bungie does. They
Yeah.
throw in random retarded stuff that they know people are going to love, get bored of quickly, but will love.
I love Bungie for how much they care about their community and.
I do too.
And
Bungie, we love you.
yeah, we
Just
all
in
love
case
you.
anybody out there is watching this, please don't ban us.
I don't think they are, but you never know. Anyway, I think we just exceeded the gameplay, so we're gonna stop recording. I'm gonna thank you all for watching, and I guess I will see you on my channel. Dirk, you wanna say goodbye?
Yeah. Adios.
See ya.